Boeing 777 vanished without a trace. No distress call. No explosion. Just silence. Flight 370 was en route from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. 239 people on board. Then, nothing. Aviation safety protocols demand a distress call in emergencies. 370 broke that rule. Simply vanished. Military radar later revealed the plane had turned back. It deviated from its flight path deliberately. Someone was at the controls. Satellite data from Inmarsat showed the plane flew for another 6 hours. It continued on autopilot. But where was it heading? The official search covered over 120,000 square kilometers of ocean. They found nothing. No wreckage. No bodies. Families of the passengers waited for news. Days turned into weeks. Weeks into years. Closure never came. Aviation experts were baffled. A plane of this size cannot simply disappear. Yet it did. No evidence. No explanation. This is not just a missing plane. It is a hole in our understanding of modern technology. How can something so large vanish? The lack of a distress call suggests the crew was incapacitated or deceived, but no evidence supports either theory. Years later, debris washed ashore on Reunion Island, a flaperon, confirmed as part of 370, but the main wreckage remains hidden. The shocking truth is this: we still do not know what happened. 370 is the greatest mystery in aviation history. The man at the controls of Flight 370 was Captain Zahari Shah. He had logged over 18,000 flight hours. His colleagues described him as a meticulous professional. No history of mental illness or personal crisis was ever found. Beside him sat co-pilot Farrokh Hamid, a younger pilot with a clean record. He was training to become a captain. The aircraft was a Boeing 777, one of the most reliable planes ever built. It had an impeccable safety record. Flight 370 was a routine journey from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. The route had been flown thousands of times before. Weather conditions that night were perfect. Clear skies, no storms, no turbulence predicted along the entire route. On board were 239 people from 14 different nations, families, friends, and colleagues. Background checks on all passengers revealed no known threats. No one had a criminal record or ties to extremist groups. The personal lives of both pilots appeared stable. Zahari had a home simulator, but that was not unusual for a pilot. Farrokh was engaged and looking forward to his future. Nothing suggested he would be part of a disaster. So why did this ordinary flight vanish without a trace? What could turn a routine journey into a ghost plane? The answer was not in the backgrounds of the crew or passengers. The truth lay hidden somewhere else entirely. This is just the beginning. Subscribe to see more amazing content. Fire. Malaysian military radar captured the plane turning back from its scheduled course. No one had authorized this change. The last words from the cockpit were calm. "Good night, Malaysian 370. Then silence. Satellite data revealed a shocking truth. The plane sent pings for 6 more hours after vanishing. Inmarsat engineers calculated possible flight corridors. They narrowed it to 2 arcs, north and south. The southern arc pointed to a remote part of the Indian Ocean. The search focused there. In 2015, a piece of debris washed up on Reunion Island. It was a flaperon from 370. Experts confirmed it belonged to the missing Boeing 777, the first physical evidence after months. More debris appeared on African coasts and Madagascar. Each piece told a story of ocean currents. Underwater search teams mapped thousands of square miles of ocean floor. They found no main wreckage. The official report was released years later. It was inconclusive, offering no definitive cause. Underwater locator beacons on the black boxes had expired batteries. They never sent a signal. Without a black box, investigators relied on satellite data, but it had limits. Conspiracy theories began to fill the void left by missing facts. Some pointed to pilot suicide. Others claimed a hijacking or military shootdown. But no theory had solid proof. When official answers fail, The human mind fills the void with theories. For Tiga Tujuh Nol, that void is vast. Theory 1. Pilot suicide. Captain Zahari Shah, a respected veteran, allegedly crashed the plane deliberately. But why? No suicide note. No history of depression. Friends described him as a happy family man. Theory 2. Hijacking. Terrorists took control and landed the plane somewhere secret, perhaps in Central Asia. Yet no group claimed responsibility. No ransom demanded. The passengers' backgrounds revealed no links to extremism. Theory 3. Military shootdown. Some believe a US or Russian exercise accidentally destroyed the jet. But no debris showed signs of shrapnel. No radar detected a missile. The theory remains unproven speculation. Theory 4. Remote takeover. Hackers allegedly seized control via the plane's satellite system, diverting it. But Boeing systems were not designed for remote hijack. No evidence of cyber intrusion was ever found. Theory 5. Cargo fire. Lithium batteries in the hold ignited, causing an uncontrollable blaze. But the plane continued flying for hours after any fire would have destroyed it. The theory doesn't fit. Theory 6. The plane landed on a remote island. Passengers are alive, hidden from the world. But satellite data shows the plane flew south, far from any land. No island exists along that path. Some claim satellite data was manipulated. Others say the plane was transported to Diego Garcia, a U.S. base. Families demand truth, but truth remains elusive. Each theory fuels public fascination and deepens distrust. After years of searching, the official investigation ended in 2017 with no definitive answer. The mystery remained unsolved. Private companies took over the search, hoping to find the wreckage where governments had failed. But the ocean is vast. New analysis suggested the plane might be near 3 south latitude, a location never searched before. Ocean currents could have scattered debris across thousands of miles. Finding the main wreckage became nearly impossible. Technology limitations hindered the deep-sea search. The ocean floor is largely unmapped, and sonar can only see so much. For the families, the psychological impact was profound. They lived in a state of limbo, unable to mourn or move on. The mystery highlighted gaps in aviation tracking. How could a Boeing 777 simply vanish in the 21st century? Future flights now have better satellite monitoring. But for Tiga Tujuh Nol, the technology came too late. Tiga Tujuh Nol changed how we think about air travel safety. It shattered the illusion that modern aviation is infallible. The truth may never be fully known. Despite all efforts, the plane remains hidden, taking its secrets to the deep. We are left with questions, not answers. What happened in that cockpit? Why did the plane turn back? The vanishing flight remains an open wound, a reminder that some mysteries may never be solved. As the years pass, hope fades, but for the families, the search for truth continues, even if it never ends. Welcome. Before we begin, hit subscribe so you don't miss our daily updates. Bell, don't miss out. Subscribe today for exclusive content tomorrow. Wrapped gift.